With the daily reset in Marvel's Avengers today, we got the Shield substation going live, and alongside that we now have the Tachyon Rifts. So these are, in a way, timed missions throughout existing levels in the game. A few weeks ago I talked about how, from what we actually seen and we knew about this content, not to get your hype levels up too high, because it would just be the same levels and it would be the same enemies, and that's exactly what it is. But it does add a little bit of a twist on it, so it will hopefully keep us busy enough until the Kate Bishop DLC comes out, and that's got bosses and new heroes, so that'll be more substantial. But the Tachyon Rifts are definitely a nice distraction, and the loot in them looks to be really pretty nice as well, and that's something that a lot of people have been asking for: better loot, a better thing to actually chase. So what we're going to do in this video, first I'm actually going to give a quick breakdown of what the rifts actually are. This is more for new players or players that maybe don't play this style of game too much. We'll talk about what the rifts are, and I'll give some general tips for going in and running them to make it nice and easy. From there we'll discuss whether or not it is actually worth running them daily, and I will say in advance it most definitely is. I've managed to get an exceptional piece of gear on Thor, and it's something people were asking for. I've asked for it a lot. I've asked for some good loot to actually chase, and it looks like the rifts, again, while they're not the most original of content, they're giving us something to chase, and for me that is really important, so hats off to them for that. In regards to the gear as well, I'm going to actually show an awesome spreadsheet. I've talked about them before. It's the science table. I'm going to show off this spreadsheet. This lists all gear for characters, but it actually gives us a rough idea of what gear you will be looking to actually get when you run the Tachyon Rifts as well. But let's jump in first, and we'll do a very quick overview, and I'll give some tips that I've managed to pick up already as well. So we actually have a pretty nice breakdown just to start off from the news section when you log in here. So if we jump to the second paragraph, the first one's all about the Shield substation, but the second one is help Maria Hill by investigating these new Tachyon Rifts. Passing through temporal anomalies will extend the time you can spend within a Tachyon Rift. Now, with the way the game's set up at the moment, and we keep fighting the same bosses, it's because they're being cloned. Now that we're going in and we're actually replaying the same levels, it's to do with time travel. So I've got to respect the fact that they have at least tried to fit it into the story. That's why we see so many abominations due to clones, and why we're replaying the same levels, it's due to time travel. So I do find it quite funny that they've done that. But the next paragraph here, we've got a lot more information. So each time you complete a Tachyon Rift, you will earn cosmic gear, and I'll talk about the cosmic effects in a second. This has a chance also to be special storm gear, something I'm going to talk about towards the end of the video. You also get some upgrade modules. The first time each day you complete a Tachyon Rift, you'll earn additional upgrade modules, a minor artifact, and an increased chance for storm gear as well. Some of the storm gear does look really pretty amazing. Now, the cosmic effects, and why is it so important? So at the moment we've got really 5 affixes in the game. You've got 3 cold and you've got 2 warm affixes. So the cosmic effects is one of the warm ones. So if you're going for your positive or negative, you'll be using cosmic, and you want to put it alongside, let's see, it'll be your cryo, it'll be your status, and it'll be a third one that I can't actually think offhand. Let me know in the comments below which one it is there, but you'll be using that for that. But what the cosmic effects actually offers is its life on hit. So that's really pretty amazing. So when you fill out the status bar, what happens is you get big bolts of yellow electricity that will fly off the character towards yourself, and that will put your health back up. So that will help you in the Tachyon Rifts, because in the rifts your health actually goes down as well. But overall, just in other game modes, that is going to be pretty amazing. So that's just a really quick overview. Let me give you some tips of how you actually want to play when you're going into these stages. Firstly then, with the Tachyon Rifts, I'll mention the fact they're end games, so you need to be at least level 140 to go in and play them. Now, when the level starts off, you have a timer that will be at 2 minutes, and it will start ticking down throughout the stage. Not only will the timer tick down, but your health will go down as well, even if you're not engaged in combat. However, your heroics do charge faster. Now, you can see these, they're called the temporal anomalies. You can see them flying through them at the moment on Thor. When you go through one of these, it gives you a whopping 20 seconds. When you get takedowns on enemies, it gives you 3 seconds as well. I imagine that's for the fact that the timer doesn't actually stop when you're doing a takedown. They'll last about 3 seconds, otherwise it would mean doing a takedown would actually lose you time. But the way it works out, you're not actually losing anything with takedowns. But your primary source of getting the counter back up will be your rifts. Again, 20 seconds. If your time runs out, just puts you back at the last checkpoint. It doesn't put you back to the beginning of the level or anything like that. The maximum the timer will actually go up to will be 2 minutes 20, so there's no point trying to stack it any higher than that. When it comes to your health, takedowns are exceptionally important. That's a really good way to get your health back, and again, you get the 3 seconds, so you're not losing anything timer wise. Health wise as well, I would say that unless you're actually running her, you want to have Miss Marvel on your team, and you want to have it so she's set up to do multiple heals. That will be exceptionally important, especially if you're playing on the likes of Brutal. You're really going to need the extra healing that she fires off there. What you need to do as well on a lot of the characters, if you are going in and you're playing it on the harder difficulties, you will need to most likely adjust your build and try and get some healing in there until you get some good cosmic gear, because that cosmic gear, as we mentioned earlier on, will be giving you your life on hit, and you can actually get your health back that way. But those tips, hopefully you should be able to absolutely smash through them. Now let's get on to the actual gear you can find, and I'll show off this slot 4 I got in 4. Really is incredible. So this is the drop here. I actually got this on the first Tachyon Rift that I actually ran, because you get that increased chance of better drops the 1 time per day. It's really nice to see that rather than the mega hives that were just once a week. We've now got something that's once a day, so that's really pretty awesome to encourage people to log in there. But you've got an increased chance. You've also got the higher chance it will be a set that says Storm at the end of it, and these are your ones that are specifically set up really for your Tachyon Rift content. This one's not offering the cosmic effects, but most of them will offer it. You'll have buffs to your Tachyon in some way. So this one here, I've got a chance when defeating enemies to temporarily activate a Tachyon Surge. The Surge increases all status damage by 50% on 4. That is just mind-blowingly good. You've got Lightning Potentiator, and that's now been fixed. It wasn't working for a while, so this will buff the shock damage on them. And then I've got the Heroic Assault, which increases the charge rate of the Heroic Assault ability by 18%. And then we've got 3 pretty decent stats. I would have liked maybe Might in there in place of Resilience, but to have Resolve and Valor on 4 is absolutely amazing. So this was the first run that I did get this on the Discord. Various other people were actually posting their exotics as well, so it looks like the drop rate once per day at least is actually pretty high, so that's really pretty awesome. So that's the gear. Let me just finish up now, and I'm going to quickly show you where you can go to get a rough idea of what will be dropping, so you can decide which hero you want to go in daily and farm these levels. So this here is my favourite website at the moment. It's not the most flashy of websites, but the information it actually holds in the game in regards to gear really is unparalleled. Now, the sets that we're looking to farm, as mentioned, it's the ones that end with the Storm. So if we actually look at Black Widow, we look at the middle option for her, you can see it says Priority Mission, and then directly below that you've actually got the different Storm sets. If you click on that, it will take you to IMGUR, and then from there you'll get pictures of the different sets. Now it looks like they do vary a little bit, but quite a few of the perks will be the same. So if you actually go here before you run your daily Tachyon Rifts, and you can have a look at these sets and say, right, I like the look of that one there, that's the one I'm going to try and go in and see if I can actually farm today. But it's an amazing website. They've got a Discord set up as well. I will put a link to the spreadsheet. Definitely worthwhile checking out. So that's everything you really need to know about the Tachyon Rifts. Just before we do finish up, I'll mention again, I mentioned it in an earlier video, but I've started streaming on Twitch, and I'm actually having a whole lot of fun doing it. So if you want to actually jump on and check me do some live streaming, and we just have some nice laid back chat. The gameplay is nothing too serious, it's more about having fun and just chatting away. If you want to do that, I'll drop a link to the Twitch channel in the description below as well. But let me know if you managed to get anything nice from the Tachyon Rifts. I doubt you're going to get anything better than that 4 drop I got, but let me know if you got anything nice. And thanks for tuning in, stay safe, and I'll see you all again soon.